Hi, actor friends. This is Michael Kostroff. And for the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to make this video. And the reason it's been challenging is that I've discovered it's 2 or 3 videos because all around the same sort of topic, as you'll understand. But it's a chunky, nuanced, potentially controversial, complicated topic. Or maybe not. We'll see. I'm going to start talking and we'll see. Part of the joy of being an actor and the wonderful challenge is stepping into other lives, and other cultures and other everything, and being able to morph into different people. This is why I got into this stuff, What I find is that sometimes some actors surround ourselves with very similar people, and it becomes this echo chamber, and we all have a similar language or gestures or ways of phrasing things. And I think that's very limiting because it makes it more challenging to step into other lives if we haven't really encountered them very much. So, it's really, really valuable to open up your circle of friends or at least acquaintances to include not only people that you disagree with, but people who speak differently, who phrase things differently, people who talk a lot, people who talk a little, people who have accents, people who have perspectives from other countries or other upbringings, people who grew up in a city, people who grew up in the country, and to tune in and listen and learn and study those people. Here's where it gets a little controversial. One of the groups of people that I have observed getting into an echo chamber are certain segments of gay culture. Some actors who are gay seem to only have gay friends and only hang out, with gay friends, and there sometimes becomes a lingo, a shorthand, a set of gestures, a set of expressions, a set of ways of putting things that makes it, I think, more challenging to step into other groups when you're portraying other groups. The same can be true of intellectuals, like people who are highly educated, big word using folks. And again, nothing wrong with that either. I really enjoy these subcultures because I like studying them, and I love people's isms. I love the sort of the slang that little groups have. By the way, actors do this too. If you only know actors, then we're talking actor talk with everyone, and it becomes limited exposure. And I think we need to expose ourselves to as many different kinds of people as possible. Obviously, that's what I'm saying. But it happens with with a lot of different groups. There are women who speak only with vocal fry, or with upspeak at the end of every sentence, and it makes it harder to do Shakespeare. If you always talk like this and everyone talks like this, it gets harder. So I'm just making a case for knowing lots of different kinds of people. This is not about kumbaya. This is not about making peace with people that you detest, or finding ways to agree with people you disagree with. That's not what it's like. Just be close enough to study them, I think is what I'm saying. Be close enough to study them and figure out what makes them tick and observe their patterns. Learn as many different languages, so to speak, as you can. I grew up in New York City, which is such a wonderful mishmash of subcultures. Listening to Puerto Ricans speak to each other, and I'm not talking about in Spanish, I'm talking about in English, and just the phraseology and the particular humor. It's glorious. I would have been less rich in my acting had I not been exposed to that, and to gay culture, and to Black culture, and to, religious folks and non-religious folks. And all that's very good for our versatility, our palate. I hope all that makes sense. I hope I didn't step too hard on any toes, but I know that you folks will tell me if I have, and we will discuss as fellow artists do. I want to make sure that I'm being really clear about this. This is not about hiding who you are. It's not about blending. You should absolutely be who you are. Fly that flag boldly. It's about the artist part and having as many different colors to play with as you possibly can. I want to be clear that that's what I'm saying, so that we can play as many parts as possible, and God knows we need to do that. So I look forward to your thoughts, as I always do. And I'll be back next week with probably another part of this discussion that's been rattling around my silly old brain. All right, friends, I'll see you next week.